Greetings, weary traveler. I sense that you seek the ancient predicting art of tarot. Yes, this is your own personal prediction. This is my deck of tarot cards. Tarot is an ancient art dating back to the days of Moses, as he crossed the Red Sea. He was gifted by the prophet a deck of cards which he used to predict the future. Now, these are not definite predictions. These are about 90% certain to happen, what you're about to hear, about 90%. You can avoid about 10% of it. The other 90% is just going to hit you like a ton of bricks. So, of course, you must start off shaking. You must shake your deck thoroughly. And now it is shuffled. Alright, so. Must remove the box as we remove ourselves from our earthly shackles and connect ourselves with the realms of the beyond. And open our minds to the spiritual path which our bodies will follow. Alright, so here we are. Cards. Okay, now it goes like this. You must put it in a very specific formation. Yes. 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 Okay. And those will be burned later in accordance with the custom. So, first of all is the most important card. It is the love card. This is what will be occurring to you in your love life, or perhaps what is occurring to you, or perhaps what has occurred to you that you have forgotten. This is the love card. All right. So here we have the Ace of Batons. Now, as you can see, the baton it's very hard and very rigid. And here you have an ace, and an ace is always the most powerful. So your love life is going to be very, very hard in a very, very powerful way. Or perhaps someone's going to hit you. Someone may be trying to injure you. So, what's best to do is to avoid love for as long as possible, because you will literally get hurt. Okay? So, that's the first one. So, next we have this pile, which we discard. On to your next card. Now, this is the money card, another very important card. And of course, this has to do with wealth. Of course, there's different things that different people to consider to be wealth. What's one man's trash is another man's treasure. So, here we have it. It is the King of Batons. Now, the king, he represents control. So, it's something very hard and rigid. Again, hard and rigid, but you're in control of it. So, it's going to be very, very hard to get this money. And of course, as we know, more money, more problems. Right? So, what you want to do is avoid money. You can control the hardships that will come from money by avoiding money. So just discard all money, Just avoid anything that has to do with money or you will be hurt. Now, next up is this card. Now, this card is your family card. Of course, there are many different kinds of family. But typically this has to do with the mother. But it could be anyone in your family, but it's probably your mother. Alright, so this card is Temperance. Yes, Temperance. As you can see, Temperance is a very wild figure. Very wild. As you can see, she has a very free hair, and she has wings which she can ascend to the sky, and she controls colors. Yes. So your mother is crazy. Absolutely insane. You should probably avoid her at all costs. Alright, now your next card here. Your next card is, well, it's what we call the pudding card. The pudding card. Now, the pudding card doesn't necessarily have to be pudding, whether it be the British use of pudding, meaning some sort of dessert or after meal, or more in the Bill Cosby sense of pudding. This is rather something food-related or digestive-related, or perhaps related to the ownership of horses. Long story on that one. Now let's see here. We have the moon. Yes, the moon is lovely. Now, typically, you think of the moon and you think of nighttime and you think of werewolves and other such things. But it's very, very different when it comes to tarot cards. When it comes to tarot cards, the moon actually represents being drunk, being absolutely drunk. And this makes sense for the pudding card. Because, of course, as I said, it has to do with food, digestion, or the ownership of horses. In this case, we're talking about food. When you have the moon in the pudding card, you are going to have a meal in which you're going to be very, very, very drunk. Absolutely trashed. Of course, wine and other such substances often are served with meals, and you're going to have a meal where you're just going to completely and utterly lose it. It is best that if you want to avoid this from happening, you must avoid food altogether. You must avoid food. All right. And here we have the crooked card. As you may have noticed, it is at a bit of an angle here. A bit of an angle. So this is something in your life that must be corrected. Something that is wrong. Something that ongoing right now that is wrong that you must correct. Alright? So this is the crooked card, what you must fix. Let's see what we have here. This is the devil. Alright, now we all know the devil, right? The devil is Beelzebub, Satan, and Coulter, the devil. And the devil is a bit of evil, so you have to fix some evil in your life. So your next card is your solution card, And this is how you are going to fix whatever problem we just revealed in the crooked card there, which we just revealed is some source of evil. So here we are, your solution card. The solution is the Queen of Batons. Now, as we said before, the king, he is, whenever you have a king, he's very, very controlling. And when you have a baton, it is something very hard and rigid and hard to control. So what you have here is, we already know it's something hard and very hard to control. So this is an evil that's very hard to control. But when you have the queen, now she is a representation of love and romance. So you have to seduce this evil thing. So whatever this evil thing is, you're going to solve the problem by having sex with it. Alright, and this card, right? This is your death card. Now, this doesn't mean how you're going to die. that's completely different. Rather, what this is something in your life that is about to end. Something that is nearing an end in your life. Something that is about to end. As opposed to what we had before, something that you should end. This is something that will end. Perhaps you want it to, perhaps you don't want it to. It might even be something that you're not aware of. Alright, so this is something that's going to end. The Knight of Batons. A lot of batons. A lot of batons. Again, there are things that are hard and rigid. Your life is hard. You are going through some shit right now. What? It's a good thing you came to me, because I'm gonna guide you through this, baby. Now, the Knight, as you can see, he rides a tiny, tiny, tiny horse. Tiny, tiny horse. And that is because he has a complex. He has a complex about himself. He is trying to overcompensate. So something that you've been trying to overcompensate for is just going to end anyway. So basically, just stop giving a because it won't matter. It really is not going to matter whatsoever. Whatever you're worried about, whatever you're trying to take control of, all your effort to try to just, hide it doesn't matter. It's just going to go away, and you've wasted a good deal of your life. But the good news is it's going to end. Alright, so our last card is a very non-specific card. It's a very non-specific card. This is what we call the... I only know it... let's see. I only know it in the Greek. But roughly translated to English, it is the Tomorrow Milk Comeback Tuesday card. And this is something that is very soon to happen. This will happen much before anything else that I predicted before. So here we are, and it is death. Now, death means you're going to die. And so everything else I just said is invalid. As I said, this will happen before any of those other things. And so you're going to die very soon. The end.